Greetings, everyone, and happy 4th. I thought I'd bring you a little surprise today, and that is break out the DVDs I have that should be on Blu-ray but are not. I thought I'd go over just a few of the ones I have and kind of give you my overall opinion of each movie. So here we go. Let's get started. Let's look at our first box set here. It's Amazing Stories by Steven Spielberg. I wish this was on Blu-ray. Oh my gosh, this would be great to release as like a exclusive set or something. These were fun little stories by Steven Spielberg that kind of reminded me of Tales from the Crypt, like for family. You know, they're not like they're nothing but past TV PG or something like that. But this would be a sweet little box set if they released it for Blu-ray. Don't you think, everyone? I would probably give it not much more than a 6.5 out of 10. I do like them, but this would be great on Blu-ray for sure. Next we have the season 2. Same thing. There's some really great episodes in here. I'd love to see this go to Blu-ray for sure. This is one of my favorite episodes. It's called Go to the Head of the Class. Fantastic episode. If you haven't seen these things, guys, you should see them. Obviously, they're from the 80s. They're older, but this would do really well with the remake on Blu-ray for sure. Let's talk about our first movie now. So, The Abyss is not on Blu-ray at all, and it definitely should be because it was an epic tale of underwater, action. Mystery. It was great. Science fiction. It was awesome, guys. Fantastic movie. One of the best movies of its era, for sure, by James Cameron. So, The Abyss, I'd probably give it about a 7.5 out of 10. I really enjoyed it. It was great. Love to see this go to Blu-ray. Next, we have The Beach with Leonardo DiCaprio. A visually great movie. Really cool, different movie. I did like it. I didn't love it. I'd probably give it a 6 out of 10, but to have this on Blu-ray would be actually a nice treat for sure. So moving on, we have Cocoon: The Return. This one was never released to Blu-ray. However, the first one was, and it was just a little bit harder to find. So if you can find it, it's out of print, and they go for right around $50 a piece. But this is the only way you're going to get the sequel is if you buy it on DVD for about $15 is what they're going for online right now. So a little bit pricey for DVD, but a little bit harder to find this one as well. So there you go. Cocoon: The Return, I'd probably give it about a 6.5 out of 10. Next we have Cube 2 Hypercube. And I love the first Cube, which is on Blu-ray. However, the second one they never released, and actually Cube 0, which came after this, they never released on Blu-ray as far as I know either. So Cube 2, though, definitely a good time. It's good. I liked it. Probably about a 7 out of 10 I would give this one. I thought it was great. Cube 1 was definitely better. It's more like an 8, but this one fell a little bit in the score, but it was still really good, and it's a fun little watch on DVD. Next we have Darby O'Gill and the Little People, a Disney movie with Sean Connery. I've never seen this on Blu-ray. I wish it would go to Blu-ray. It'd be great. It'd be cool if we could see it there. But this is at this time, this is the only way you're going to get this one is in the DVD format. I would probably give this one about a 6.5 out of 10. It was good. It was definitely worth a watch and memorable for sure with the little leprechaun people. It was pretty great. So moving on, we're going to talk about Deuce Bigelow. Why are they not releasing these on Blu-ray, guys? These are all really funny, great movies, and they're just, if I can make a Blu-ray out of a DVD, then I think they should be able to also. So, and that's what I plan to do with actually every movie here you see as I'm changing every format to Blu-ray. Takes like 2 days for each one to transfer and to do all the necessary file changes and transfers, but it's cool, and I think that if everybody doesn't have any thing to do, maybe on the 4th you're sitting at home, maybe look up how to change your DVDs into Blu-rays. So Deuce Bigelow, I'd probably give this like a 6.5. The next one, European Gigolo, was way funnier. I loved this one. This is my favorite one. Again, you can't get this on Blu-ray. But at this time, I would give this a 7 out of 10. I thought it was hilarious, a fantastically funny movie, very sexually oriented. So, if you're offended by that, don't watch, but really good one. Next, we have Eddie Murphy Raw, and this actually was the second release that I have by him. But I wish this one would be on Blu-ray. Gosh, I love his stand-up back in the day in the 80s. It was so great. Such good stuff here. I'd probably give this a good 7 out of 10. It was really funny. Next, we have Delirious, which is actually the first one. This was an 8 out of 10, guys, by far. 8 out of 10. Fantastically funny stand-up comedy. Very vulgar, though, so of course, if you're offended by lots of F-bombs and sexual talk, then you're not going to like this. But it is hilarious to those who can appreciate this type of humor. Good stuff here. Wish it was on Blu-ray. Next, we have a wacky adventure of Ernest, and I think I think there are a few movies with him on Bluray. Ernest Goes to Camp, Ernest Goes to Jail, and Ernest Scared Stupid is all available on Blu-ray. But these ones I've never seen. Hey Vern, It's My Family Album, Slam Dunk Ernest, Ernest Goes to Africa, and Ernest Goes to School. Never saw those on Blu-ray. Would like to see all of the Ernest collection go to Blu-ray eventually. I'd probably give those about a 6.5 out of 10. Flash of Genius is our next movie, and this is fantastic, guys. Really, really well done drama, based on a true story as well. And oh my gosh, Greg Kinnear, he just nailed it. His acting was so good in this movie. Just played the part, of a distraught person that wasn't getting justice, and he played the role perfectly. Really great movie for everyone. I think this is pretty much a family movie as far as I'm concerned. I would give this one a 7.5 out of 10. I loved it. It was a really great one. Again, I wish this would go to Blu-ray, but it's okay, because I'm making one. All right, Ghost in the Darkness. Why has this not gone to Blu-ray? It's a fantastic story, based on a true story too. Ah, my gosh, true events, I should say. But fantastic movie, guys. Really, really worth a watch. I would give this a 7.5 out of 10. I thought it was fantastic. In fact, you know what? Let's just give it the 8 out of 10 because it deserves it. It was a fantastic movie. Michael Douglas, Val Kilmer on their game in this one, guys. Next, we have The Gods Must Be Crazy. Yeah, how true is that? There's a sequel and then a third one to this as well. But the first one is my favorite one, so I do own it on DVD. Yeah, but it's good. It's kind of one of those acquired tastes movies. It's almost like a documentary comedy is kind of like what this is. But it's really, really good if you haven't seen this. It's an obscure title that's out there, but it's really good. You should definitely give it a shot if you get a chance. It's a 7 out of 10. Next we have the Hellraiser collection. And not every movie here is just DVD, just a few of them. The Hellraiser 3, Hell on Earth, you cannot get on Blu-ray unless you buy the box sets. And those box sets are pretty dang pricey. Again, another one I have not seen on Blu-ray was Hellraiser Deader, number 7. That one I don't see on Blu-ray. All the other ones I have seen on Blu-ray, Hellraiser 1 through 2, and then everything else after Inferno, Bloodline, Hellseeker, Hellworld, those are all on Blu-ray. But not Deader and not Hellraiser 3. I'm not sure what they're doing here. But this is an Echo Bridge release. It's a little bit more rare to find this one. But like I said, I'm going to make what I need to out of this to make myself my own Blu-ray version of this one. Of course, I'll make my own cover and everything too. Maybe I'll share those with you later sometime. By the way, those Hellraiser movies, I loved Hellraiser 3. It's probably a 7 out of 10 on Hellraiser 3. On Deader, probably like a 6 out of 10. I didn't love it, but it was okay. Next we have Jackass, the first one, and the only Jackass on Blu-ray is Jackass 3. So the only way you're going to get Jackass Part 1 and Jackass Part 2 is on DVD. So here you go, guys. Kind of another acquired taste. Offended, need to leave the room because this is a crazy, crazy show. They do just about anything and everything that could offend just about anyone. So there you go. Jackass, the first movie, unrated on DVD. Next is Jackass number 2. First one, by the way, I'd give that like a 7 out of 10. It was good. The second one I give a 7 out of 10 also. And the third one, I think I'd give it a 7.5 because I really liked that one. But the number 2 was great too. This is the unrated version. Of course, you cannot find these on Blu-ray. Dang it. I don't know what is wrong with people. What do you do? Kiss of Death. Now here's an interesting one. This movie I saw years ago, and I remember it from years ago because it was so, so good. I just picked it up on DVD and I had to spend like 15 bucks to get it. But it was worth it, guys. This movie is fantastic. Nicolas Cage, Samuel L. Jackson, David Caruso, dude, I can't remember his name. He's in Higher Learning and a couple other great movies. But oh my gosh, fantastic. Nicolas Cage plays a bad guy and he muscles up for this role and he plays the part to the T. Perfect rendition of a gangster bad type of guy. Really, really good movie, guys. You definitely need to see this. I would give this an 8 out of 10. I loved it. Next we have K-Pax with Kevin Spacey and Jeff Bridges. And again, this would be a perfect candidate for Blu-ray. However, nobody can go down that road, I guess, and decide to take the plunge. So I'll just do it myself. Thanks a lot, Hollywood. Anyway, so K-Pax, fantastic science fiction slash drama, I would call this. Really great movie, guys. I would give this a 7.5 out of 10. Next we have Krippendorf's Tribe. And this was a really, really obscure title, but very good with Richard Dreyfuss and Jenna Elfman. Very, very funny movie. Just a really cool like drama, comedy, and a great idea for a movie. So guys, if you get a chance to get this one on DVD, I recommend picking it up. It's very good. 7 out of 10 on that. Next we have The Last Castle. And what a movie this is. Oh my gosh, this would be a perfect candidate also for Blu-ray. Just so many good. James Gandolfini, Robert Redford's in this, Mark Ruffalo, all kinds of good people are in this one. And this movie is really a great, great drama. And it reminds me kind of the Shawshank Redemption a little bit. It's not that good, but it's very good. I would give this an 8 out of 10. It was a fantastic movie. I definitely recommend this for anybody who likes the prison atmosphere type of movies on that. Next we have Lawnmower Man 2, and this is kind of another obscure title. Everybody probably knows about the first one. I believe it's a Stephen King novel, based off a Stephen King novel. Pierce Brosnan's in this one. Jeff Fahey's in this one. Good stuff. Actually, Jeff Fahey, I don't know if he's in this particular one. I think they chose a different actor for this particular one. He is in the first one. But this is kind of a rare title, so getting it on Blu-ray is not going to happen. You can get the first one, but not this one, guys. This is rare, hard to come by, and it's not that expensive. If you want to pick it up online, it's like $5. So go check it out if you liked Lawnmower Man 1, and you might like Part 2 as well. I'd probably give this about a 6 out of 10. Next we have Leap of Faith with Steve Martin. What a great, great drama / comedy movie / religious movie this is. Oh man, this is one of the hidden gems for Steve Martin. Very, very good movie, guys. Definitely worth your time. I'd probably give this an 8 out of 10. I absolutely adored it. Just fantastic all the way around, and you can't find it on Blu-ray. So what do? Next stack. Real quick, before our next stack, I wanted to talk about the travesty and the debacle of the Simpsons DVD to Blu-ray transfer. So they did make the Simpsons 1 through 20 on DVD, so that is available for you all to pick up. However, on Blu-ray, it only starts with season 13 and then actually gets cut off at about season 17 and is missing season 18 and 19 on Blu-ray. So I don't even know why they started and then stopped and then finished with season 20 on Blu-ray, which they did, but it's so ridiculous. I think that the whole set needs to be released on Blu-ray. I think that everyone here would agree with me there. The Simpsons was American classic comedy, and I love these shows. I really want to see a nice Blu-ray transfer of all these instead of just, seeing them later on in the seasons. So horrible, horrible way that they handled this one. I wish they would have done that differently. The next one, really quickly, is a box that I have called Tales from the Crypt. And I know you've all heard of Tales from the Crypt. Who hasn't? The Crypt Keeper, come on. He's iconic. So this is seasons 1 through 7 on DVD. This is not the Blu-ray set because they don't have a Blu-ray set. Yeah, why? Why don't you have a Blu-ray set of Tales from the Crypt? This is some classic stuff in here. Really good stuff through seasons 1 through 4. 5, 6, and 7 got a little hairy there, but the first 4 seasons were really good of Tales from the Crypt, and I'd love to see this rendered in Blu-ray. Just let's do it, guys. Let's do maybe on a Halloween. Maybe we'll get it on Halloween one of these years. But they need to upgrade their game there on this one for sure. Hey, just so everyone knows out there, I have forsaken my family and stayed home to do this video for you. My family's out having a good time at the lake right now, but here I am sitting in my chair in my room at home, which is actually kind of where I'd rather be anyway in a lot of ways. But it's for you guys. It's because it's a special day, and I want to just give you guys something cool to watch today. And let's go ahead and get started with our next movie, Milk Money. Yes, great movie, and it's not on Blu-ray. This has Melanie Griffith and Ed Harris. And it's a risque PG-13 family movie. Because the beginning of it's not. The beginning of it's not really family, and up until about the middle, then it starts kind of turning around a bit. But it is not for the faint of PG-13 hearts out there. It's more sexual based. There's a lot of things in it that could offend, I think. Kind of a rare title. You don't see it on Blu-ray. I'm sorry, on DVD often. It goes for about $15 online. So. It's cool. I like it. It was just done really well. The acting was great. Very heartfelt movie. Very kind of risque in a couple parts, which I thought was cool. I thought they did a good job with it. I would give this one a 7.5 out of 10. I really, really liked it. Yeah, you know what? I'd probably just give it an 8 out of 10 because I liked it that much. I thought the movie was fantastic. Not an amazingly well acted movie. It has some great acting scenes, but just an all-around really fun movie to watch. Next we have a Disney exclusive called Mr. Boogedy, and also Bride of Boogedy is on this one. I used to watch these when I was a kid. That dates me. I'm old, so I just got to come to terms with that, I guess. But Mr. Boogedy and Bride of Boogedy, The first one is fabulous. I loved it as a child. Still kind of like it today. It doesn't hold up as, as well as when I was a kid. Bride of Boogity is a strange one, but it's still not too bad. It's not too bad. As a whole, I would probably give this about a 7 out of 10, just because it has so much nostalgic value for me. That's just kind of a personal grading on my opinion. You cannot get this on Blu-ray, guys. I've tried, I've looked, it's not there. So I'm going to have to make my own. Sorry, Disney, but you know what? You brought this on yourself. Yeah, you deserve this. So, My Stepmother is an Alien is next. This is with Kim Basinger and Dan Aykroyd. Fantastic, really cool drama / comedy movie. I loved it, guys. It was really cool. A lot of people gave this a lot of hate, but I thought that it was done really well, and I thought that it was funny and entertaining for sure on this one. I'd probably give it about a 6.5 out of 10. It was good. Next we have My Super Ex-Girlfriend. This is on Blu-ray abroad. You can find it in other formats. However, I'm not sure if they're region A compatible or not. I don't think they are. This was released in America, I believe, as well. Just super hard to find. So if you do find it, then you're lucky. But this one is a fun one. It's definitely worth seeing. I loved Uma Thurman. Just an all-around cool movie. Luke Wilson did a great job in it as well. I just thought it was a really fun movie. I'd probably give it about a 6.5 out of 10. Not amazing, but a really fun watch for sure. Next we have The New Guy. And this movie is hilarious, guys. It's fantastic. It's kind of one of those B comedy movies that was just done right. It was awesome. I wish I had more DVDs to show you. I just have these 2 stacks. There's other movies I want, like maybe Half Baked was another great comedy on DVD only, not Blu-ray. I'm going to probably end up getting that one eventually one day. But yeah, New Guy, fantastic. Elisa Dushku, I don't know how you say her name. I'm sorry, Elisa, if you're watching this, I have no idea how to say your name, but I don't want to offend you. You're so beautiful. So next, this is, we're just going to talk about this movie a bit. Gosh, I can't remember this guy's name either, but he is so funny in this one. He's got the crazy eyes, and that's what I remember this movie by, is crazy eyes. Watch this movie. It's a great comedy, really good for everyone. Eye candy for the guys, good for the ladies because it's got some funny stuff. I just think everyone would love this movie if they gave it a chance. New Guy, I give that a 7 out of 10. Fantastic. Next we have A Night at the Roxbury. Great comedy. And again, I've never found this on Blu-ray. I wish I could. Dang, I wish I could. As you can see, I got it for $2. Good price, right? Well, I don't know. DVDs kind of toss up for me on the quality, but you gotta do what you gotta do for the artwork and the actual physical media. Night at the Roxbury was absolutely drop dead funny. I loved it. I would give this a 7.5 out of 10. I really liked that one. Next we have Powder. This is a Victor Salva film, I believe, and really well done drama science fiction movie. Just very heartfelt. Had a lot of emotion in this movie, and it is definitely a great one for Blu-ray if they were decide to do that. Oh my gosh, why don't they just change this to Blu-ray format? So next, we're going to talk about the grading. I would say this gets a... it's a tough one. It's a tough one here. I'd probably give it a 7.5 out of 10. I really liked it. Not quite an 8, but it was really good. Next we have Howard Stern's Private Parts. And I just love these little coming-of-age movies about popular radio personalities or what have you. And this one was done flawlessly. Howard Stern is a funny guy. We got to admit it. I mean, he's a funny guy. And he's very popular. And this movie shows you his rise to stardom and his claim to fame. Really well done. Very offensive to people who are offended by sexual things, so don't watch it if you are. But otherwise, a great movie. Very funny. So many well thought out, funny jokes and funny everything in this thing. Just a great one, guys. I would give this one a 7.5 out of 10 as well. Next we have Religulous. And this is a documentary with Bill Maher. Or Maher, I'm not sure how you say that either. Director of Borat did this one. There he is parting the Red Sea. So pretty good movie. It is actually not a movie, it's a documentary. But you don't see it, it's a little bit obscure. If you're a Christian, this probably will offend you. So do not watch it if you're a Christian. Even if you are a Christian, you can watch it. I'm not telling you can't watch it because that would be taking away your free agency, wouldn't it? But I'm thinking that anybody who watches this movie just needs to kind of go with it. Kind of reason out some things on their own. Let it be funny. Let it be, eye-opening. Let it be whatever you want. But let it be this, is that he's trying to make a point that he just thinks people should think more than go with emotion and go with faith. And I think that that's an important thing in a way. I'm not sure, you know, I feel I have more faith than I ever have at this point. So seeing this movie, it doesn't really shatter my faith whatsoever, but it does, you know, make me think about how I feel about things as well. So great one, guys. Fantastic documentary. I would give this a 7 out of 10. It was very good. Next we have Sim 1, or Simone. A very good movie, guys. Oh my gosh, Victor Taransky. Al Pacino as the actor. Fantastic movie, guys. Really well thought out and a perfect candidate for a Blu-ray release. I almost want to give up at this point. They need to make Blu-rays out of all of these. Native Blu-ray, that's what I want. I would give this movie an 8 out of 10. It was fabulous, fabulous, fabulous. Next we have School Ties. And this is the Brendan Fraser. I love Brendan Fraser movies. I love Matt Damon, Ben Affleck, what's his name, Chris O'Donnell. Good stuff here as well. This is a really good drama about, you know, Jews and the schooling atmosphere. And it was really, really well acted, well done. Great, great, great drama here, guys. Fantastic one. I would give this a 7.5 out of 10. Next we have Son-in-Law with Pauly Shore. And one of his funniest movies, as far as I'm concerned, is Son-in-Law. I loved it. This one and Biodome was pretty good. There was one more I kind of liked with him in it. Encino Man. Encino Man's pretty good too. But this is my favorite of all of those, I think. Son-in-Law was just so funny and just goofy and a little bit risque in a couple parts, but that's why it's PG-13, so be ready. But a fantastic watch and definitely worth a see on Blu-ray. 7 out of 10 on that one. Next we have Super Size Me. A good documentary, fantastically well done. I didn't like Super Size Me 2 as much, Holy Chicken, but this one was a really great idea to open up the eyes of the consumers that go to McDonald's, and I thought it was done really well. It was scary. I didn't eat a McDonald's for a good probably 3 to 4 years after I watched this, and even now I don't eat there much, but it's really an eye-opener, and I can totally agree with everything that this documentary stands for. So I would give this one a 7 out of 10. I thought it was really good. Next we have Superstar with Molly Shannon and Will Ferrell when he was a lot younger. Really good one as well. Definitely funny, worth your time. Molly Shannon was on her game in this one. This one was really good. I'd probably give it about a 6 out of 10. I didn't love it, but it was definitely funny and worth getting on DVD. Yep, not Blu-ray. Next we have True Lies, and you know, when someone writes their name on the front of the covers, and I buy these at pawn shops, whenever you write your name on that, I'm just going to share your name with the world, just so you know. I'm out there and I'm buying DVDs, so if you see anybody's name, if I see anybody's name on here, it's not going to dissuade me from putting it up on the internet, just so you know. It's, you know, First Amendment rights here. So we got Arnold Schwarzenegger in True Lies, and wow, this was a great movie, great action, great idea. I don't know why they made Mr. and Mrs. Smith to follow this one, but man, this one was where it was at. This one was excellent, guys. I would give this one probably a 7.5 out of 10. Stellar movie, and I already have it on Blu-ray, so na. Next we have Turner and Hooch. This one was really funny and very nostalgic for me as a child. I grew up with this. Tom Hanks was on his game. So was the dog. So really fun one, guys. This one was a good comedy. Good comedy / drama, I guess you'd call that. I would probably give it a 6.5 out of 10. It wasn't amazing, but it was really good. Next we have a Volcano. And this is the special story on this one. In my last video, I actually told you that this one was not attainable on Blu-ray. And I was a little bit wrong there. It is attainable on Blu-ray. It's just extremely hard to find. In my next video, I will have this movie on Blu-ray. I can show you it. It is a very rare one. It goes for over $100 online usually, but it's rare. It's very rare. Tommy Lee Jones is in this one. I got it on DVD because I didn't think it existed until I finally found a copy and I purchased one. But yeah, this is a hard one to get. Very hard to get. So if you do want to see it and you don't want to spend $100 or, you know, around $100, pick it up on DVD for $2-3 and you won't be sorry. It's a good movie. It's just not great. I would probably give it a 6.5 out of 10. Just very nostalgic for me as well, though. I grew up with this and I thought it was a good action movie and I appreciated what it had to offer for sure. So there you go. Volcano it is. Next we have The Village by M. Night. Let's just call him that because I can never pronounce that last name. So the girl that played in Lady in the Water is in this one right here. I believe that's the same girl. Yeah, looks like the same one. So good movie though. This was a very strange movie, and most of his movies are, but it's an acquired taste. I can't say that everyone would like this movie. I thought it was good, and it's not on Blu-ray, so I own it on DVD just because I paid $2 for it, so I'm not complaining. Yeah, this needs a nice transfer over to the Blu-ray format for sure. Next we have What Lies Beneath with Harrison Ford and Michelle Pfeiffer. And gosh, I loved this movie. This one was really good. The acting was great. This was a great supernatural drama. Just a really kind of a dark movie, but it was done really well. I would give it a 7 out of 10. I think it definitely deserves that. And by the way, I don't know if I gave it Village a score. I think I'd give it about a 6 out of 10. But yeah, What Lies Beneath, really good time, guys. It's a good drama with a lot of darkness to it. So be ready for that. It's a great watch. Next we have What's Love Got to Do with That. I haven't even opened this copy of it. Man, this one was hard to get. I finally got it on DVD, and I love it. I think it was great. It was a fantastic movie about the life of Tina Turner. It does have Lawrence Fishburne. He played the part of Ike Turner perfectly in this movie, and so did Angela Bassett for Tina Turner. She did a near flawless job. She's really one of my favorite actresses, I think. Angela Bassett's just fantastic. What's Love Got to Do with It, though? Man, that's a great movie. That's a tough one, too. I'd probably give it about... I'd give it an 8 out of 10 because it was just that good. You definitely need to see this. It's R-rated for some, family type stuff that goes on. That's, there was the whole story of him, him sexually abusing his wife and all these things, and it shows that. So, be ready for some intense drama here, but very, very well done movie for sure. Definitely pick this up as soon as you can. Hopefully they release on Blu-ray one day. Next we have With Honors, and this one is a kind of a really obscure one for Brendan Fraser, but Joe Pesci is here too, and also Patrick Dempsey. So many good people in this movie, and this movie was excellent, very heartfelt, very funny, just really well thought out and smart. It was a great movie, guys. I would probably give this a 7.5 out of 10. It was fantastic, definitely worth your time. And our last movie today that we'll talk about is You Don't Know Jack with Al Pacino, of course. This was an HBO or Showtime HBO movie, that's right. It was really, really an eye-opener when it comes to, death with dignity. That's what we're looking at here. That's what we're talking about is Jack Kevorkian. And I think that I agree with that. I think that everyone should have the right to die if they are suffering. If there's definitely something that's making someone suffer, they have the right to end their suffering and end it in a way with some dignity. That's just my personal opinion. You don't have to. You can comment that if you'd like. I don't think badly of you if you don't agree with this. But I am one personally who is a humanist. I don't like to see people suffering, and this movie really, really delves into that. Very dramatic and a very well done movie, guys. 7.5 out of 10 on this one. And that brings us to a close with our movies today. Thank you so much for watching, and happy 4th, everyone. I hope everybody has a fantastic, safe time. I know there's been some stories about some crazy stuff going on with different groups and terrorists. Just, hang in there, be as safe as you can, be prepared, arm yourselves, get yourselves to the point where you don't have to feel scared to go out anywhere, especially with COVID-19 too. I mean, this is like double, triple whammy lately. So guys, stay safe. I care about all of you. Thank you so much for watching and giving me your time today, and peace out.